We're live.
Hello. What's up, boys
Aloha's.
and girls?
So let everything build up here.
Yep, I just got the notification that we are live.
I'm on the right page, right? I am.
Um, I think so. It's always good when you're on the right one.
It helps.
Yes, it is. Hey, there we are. And I got to mute my laptop.
Make sure I keep
There
my
we go.
volume down.
We already got 3 people in the house already.
Woohoo!
One of them's me, so
Nice.
I'm even logging on to the live over on the YouTube channel. So I got both of them covered. Up to 4.
There we are.
I love clicking the button, putting a bunch of likes flying up the side. It's always fun. 6. We got 6 people.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Aloha's. We're going to get started on this. It's an open mic night. We haven't done one in a while. So
it's been a few weeks.
It's time to do one again. All right, just some house cleaning notes. First and foremost, this is still available for bidding. Right now, the high bid is $200 to Mr. Derek Nice. This will go on until I think 7 o'clock Saturday night before the show. So if you want to bid, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to bid, that's okay too. But it's still available. Derek Nice is in the lead at 200.
Yep.
There's a pinned post on our page that you can find that at. I did comment on it earlier just to kind of see what else is going on. And the other thing I wanted to show is this bad boy right here.
Ooh, yeah.
This will be given away at Elmwood to a lucky winner. And they get the sign with signatures from Brian Pope, Chris Stengler, Matt Gay, Brendan Buteski, Manson, Chris Walker, Mike Zarnock, and Julian Coyles with a little hidden Easter egg on the back.
Dork. I enjoy
Pee-wee
that.
Zarnock sticker.
Yeah.
So,
and those were very limited run. Coco had those stickers made, and there was not very many of them. Like, they ran out really fast, so it's a good sticker.
Hey, James, how are you? Hope your trip to Pennsylvania went well. CJ, thanks for popping in tonight. And you know, if there's a subject you guys want to talk about, let her rip.
By all means, let us know.
We will.
This is an open night. We talk about everything and everything, or everything and anything, I should say. Yes. We can talk about everything from the upcoming shows to the RLC sales to what you're finding on the pegs, what you're not finding on the pegs, what you're finding in your mailboxes.
Which seems to be coming through now.
Yes, and I need to go check my mailbox because I know for a fact there is a box in my mailbox. I got the eBay notification that my package was delivered today, so I should have went and got it, but I was kind of just lounging today, so I didn't go up and get it yet. But I know what it is.
I think you have some ideas for a couple shows in the future too.
Yeah, so. For those that don't know, the 7 of you in here, I have started inventorying my private collection, which it's been a lot of fun. I have a really good friend of mine. She has been helping me out, and she is making an Excel master list of everything. I mean, going back to the red line era to the stuff that's coming out. I mean, she's got binders and binders for years with everything down to the variation, colors, wheels, interiors, what stores they came out. It's impressive. And it's going to be really cool because I'll get an actual count of how many vehicles I actually have. So that's going to be neat to come out in the future. So, but we've been finding a lot of neat things in my collection. I've been finding things that have been dwelling in boxes for 15 years probably. And let's put it this way, there's some cool stuff coming out of these boxes. So
yep. And if this is your first time to the show, welcome. And if you have not allowed StreamYard access to your profile, go ahead and do that. There's just a little thing here that you can click. And
we got
post these up here.
Oh, Hot Wheel Hunter found a sweet 8 crate? Yeah. I think I heard about that. That looked really cool. And then I heard you got another one coming too. So great minds think alike.
If you want to follow that page, that's how you connect your your Facebook profile to StreamYard, or allow StreamYard access to your Facebook profile. All this does is it lets us see who we're talking to without having to look at a feed or something along those lines. So again, just if you want to, great. If not, we totally understand. And Brent is saying hi from the feed.
I'm everywhere. No, you found one going through your stuff. LOL. That it might have been. Mr. Dave, first time. How does this work? Oh,
well, I don't know.
We could talk about that too. Those customs are coming down the line too.
Yeah, maybe he'll get one this year. I mean, he's felt slighted the last couple of years.
I know.
Although I heard the guy that designed the Volvo wasn't too happy.
Yeah, this beautiful thing right here. Yeah, this was our designer's favorite car on the planet.
So
and he's left. No, I'm just kidding. Good God, I hope I get one.
Oh, Manny, how are you, sir?
Manny!
Nice. As we're broadcasting to the store, I love it. You know, there was a good car. There's like a little car show get together. I was half tempted to just go down there and set up and film from there, but
that'd be fun.
We probably need to. Dave with the puke emoji.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't like the Volvo for some reason.
I don't know why. We could give him something harder. All right, so let's see here. He did show us a preview of the Cyclones, and they're looking to be ready around the end of June. We were hoping for beginning, but things happen. Life gets in the way. You know, he's a busy guy and he's helping others out. So we'll have them hopefully by the end of June, which will be great because they'll be in time for regionals and you can come up to the room and pick your club car up there. That was something else I wanted to talk about tonight. I wanted to kind of gauge everybody's opinion on this, because we did it a little bit last year, Brent, where we kept the room open and we just kind of made it the Mid-States club room, so to speak.
Yeah. We had people hanging out all night.
I'm wondering if you guys would like that idea. We'll have the radio going a little bit more. We'll have shirts and sweatshirts and
stickers and club cars and
everything available. So what do you guys think about that? We'll let a few more comments get in here.
We have a Murph sighting.
She's
you can hear the huffing and puffing from the Murph.
Well, she thought she heard Mom and she's heading upstairs. She'll be back.
Gotcha.
Without the Murph, it's not quite the same as the show. So, again, you know, we're going to take your comments. What do you guys think about the idea of having like a mini Mid-States room?
I think it'd be fun. We did it last year. We might as well do it again this year.
Well,
I mean, granted, there's a lot more things on the to-do list this year, so hopefully we'll be able to have time in order to hang out in the room and just kind of relax. But the schedule was posted there on the Midwest Regional or the Midwest Diecast Convention page, so there's that if you haven't seen it in a week or two. But yeah, check it out. They just put out the schedule for the entire weekend, so it has everything listed and when everything is and when autograph sessions are and when rooms open up, when the show opens, when the doors open for vendors to set up. I mean, everything is there. When every event, when all the cars go on sale, it's going to be a pretty cool weekend. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. I think the schedule went out this week, and along with the custom car customizing contest rules, along with what else was there today? Oh, yes, he put out a post about tables still being available. So if you're looking or thinking, you're more than welcome to go up there, represent the club at the show. I know PJ's going to be there. We'll be there, but we're going to be we have different responsibilities this year.
Yep.
Manny said he's getting a room, and
there we go.
High Ducks in PJ's room sounds fun to me. Well, speaking of ducks, you want to get into that?
Yes, we are going to talk about the duck game.
I'll let you do this.
Yes, and this is something I came up with all on my own, and I've been doing some more research, and I'm going to add a couple things to the process. These little ducks, not this one in particular, but most of you know, we have a little bag of ducks that we travel around with our shows. And the first participant, willing or unwilling, was Mr. PJ. And then we've moved it around to other people. And at Elmwood on Sunday the 5th, your new targets for that day are me and this guy. This way.
This way?
We are going to volunteer ourselves to be the target. And if you want to play the game, you have to see Kent or Terry or Braxton to participate.
Not this Kent.
Not that Kent. Mr. Hot Wheel Hunter Kent. And I haven't even ran this by them yet. So this is news to them. We are going to be the only target. No PJ this time, just us. But here's the rules. It's an honor system. If you can get a duck on our table without us catching you, you get a point. Now, you can get as many points as you can get. It's on the honor system. Miss Kelly was the winner for the first one at 28 ducks without getting caught. I was at 24, so I almost got her, but I didn't quite get there. But it's on the honor system. We catch you, you go back to 0, and you start over. Now, at the end of the day, who knows? There might be a prize. We'll have to let you know. But there will be a distinctive target marker on our table, and I haven't told Kent this either. This is up here. I'm getting something here in the next couple of days that's going to identify who is the target for that show. And let's have fun with it. Don't hide them in our cars. Don't hide them anywhere in boxes. On the table. They got to be on the table or they don't count. You can't just take and put 40 of them in a box and slide it underneath the table and I get 40. No, they have to go on the table, on the sales table, and we have to not catch you. So.
This makes things a little interesting.
And yes, James. Well, yeah, Mason City is Saturday. So, but yeah, I figured we'd change it up a little bit. And then if anyone who has a table at say the next Elmwood show or the next Norfolk show, if you want to be the target, let me know. Or let Mr. Kent Hot Wheel Hunter know. Because I'm going to inform him on the new addition to the game here shortly. So, which I'm pretty sure he's going to call me after this and be like, "What are you doing?" So I just figured we'd update the game a little bit and give PJ a weekend free of ducks, and maybe he can get maybe PJ will have the most ducks at the end of the day. You never know.
Maybe he can get in on it. Yeah. So speaking of Hot Wheel Hunter, if you guys haven't noticed, he posted a picture of probably over the weekend, I think it was, of some of the pieces to the new track. We've got our starting gate. We've got our bumper stops and our expansion set. they fit perfectly right in with the new or with the orange track. So we're gonna test this out hopefully in Elmwood. I know he's got to make a couple pieces and a couple modifications, but we're looking like we're gonna have that ready to test out. Maybe do some practice runs on it, just see how we like it. And my understanding is you've seen some of the We Race diecast videos that have been popping up on our page that other people have been sharing. I think the track comes from the same people. And Kent, if you're in here, you can elaborate on that. But we don't have all the same pieces that they do for right now. We just opted to get for the straight line, the bumper stops, and the starting gate. But some of those pieces are available that we can go out and buy later on. But for right now, we're just going to do a straight downhill, straight line type track. And
6-lane.
It is a 6-lane track that we can make and customize however we want. So there you go.
It's going to be a good time. And I'm excited. I want to push the button. There's a push button to start the race now. You don't have to hit the lever on the top of the track. It's a straight up push button, and it sends all 6 of them at once. So it's going to be really cool to see that in person, and I can't wait. I just want to play with it. I mean, I personally own 3. 1, 2, 3. No, I own about 4 personal Hot Wheel tracks. So actually, 4. Yeah, I've got 4 different tracks. So
okay, I figured you were going to be busy, so that's okay. We understand.
Well, we will miss you, Reagan.
Yes. So that'll give somebody else an opportunity to. I appreciate letting us know as early as you can, Reagan. Hopefully planting is going well and into hay season there. So what else would you guys like to talk about tonight? I mean,
well,
we don't have a.
So we could talk about the RLC sale that happened this week.
Yeah, we can do
that one was fun.
That was interesting
because they changed it on us because it's always been one per account for a very long time, and then for some reason on Tuesday, it was 2 per account for a grand total of 30,000 cars, which back in 2015, 2016, you were able to buy 2 cars, but you were able to buy one, and then you could buy one the next day when they went open to the public if there was any left, which on today's standards, we know that there's never any left. I mean, it sold out. I don't know what the exact count was today or on Tuesday for what the time was, but it was sold out. And I hate to say it, I think it's probably the best looking Gas Monkey hypo hauler that they've done so far. I don't know, man. That blue is money, man. I mean, it just looks good.
They've never gone wrong with the blue. It had a traditional or a stock paint combination look, in my opinion. I think it's going to grow on people over time. Will it be Matchbox 20 money? I don't know. It's hard to tell what. It's hard to tell.
Did you say Matchbox 20 money?
Yeah, it's a Kid Rock song.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I laughed. That's all. It's all good. It's all good. But you know, that's the thing. For me personally, it's like, going back to what I was saying a little bit ago, going through the boxes that I'm going through. I mean, I'm finding things that I forgot about, and it's been a lot of fun. And I've been finding certain cars, and I'm like, ooh, I want to look that one up, see what it's going for. I think that's a big money car, and it's not. And then I'm looking up random cars, and I hit one that's like, why are people paying that much for this thing? I mean, it's weird. The high end stuff, sure. But some of the really cool stuff that, everybody collects, it's not going for much. but the random stuff is, so it's weird. And I've always stated that if you're getting into this hobby to retire, don't.
Well, it's kind of funny you mentioned that too, because I was reading some of the posts here tonight before we got on, and I hate food sometimes.
They make these things called toothpicks, man. Use them.
Well played, sir. They just kind of broke loose.
Yeah.
There was somebody had posted a picture of the truck set, the truck diorama set with the 62 and whatnot.
Texas Drive them and the
Warlock or Little Red Express, excuse me.
No, it's a Warlock. Look at the side. It's actually
Did it say Warlock on
it? It's called the Midnight Express, actually.
Well, anyway, the question was, should I buy this because I thought it was worth more money compared to what the price was? Well, okay, one person commented, yeah, they're from a collector's standpoint, they're great to have. You should definitely have it in your collection. From a resale standpoint, not so much, as I've had it for a month and nobody's bought it. Okay. So and that person thought about taking it back and getting their money back, which is fine. If they have the receipt and they haven't damaged anything, give somebody else an opportunity. Great.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know what's going to happen. I mean, I'll go back to the Datsun again, the 510 BRE that sat there for months and now it's $300-400 cars. But that's kind of where I was going with it.
There's one up there. There's one right behind me, but you can't see it because they all blend into the background.
So we haven't had any questions from anybody tonight. So, I mean, I was hoping we'd get something.
I know.
We get something off the wall, something crazy, something fun.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me jump up and down on one foot and rub my stomach and pat my head, and not even that. Okay. And then we lose more people.
Yeah. As soon as you say you're going to start doing it, we got one back though. So it worked out. Let's see. What else can we talk about? We talked about the RLC a little bit. Everybody's starting to get Mustangs, I saw.
Yes.
I'm excited that hopefully mine will be in my mailbox soon.
I didn't get any, but it's good to see. I saw 3 or 4 people posting them today on either on our page or some of the other pages we follow. And maybe that backlog's starting to work itself through now.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really cool to see. I liked what Nathan Fahrenkong had posted while he was down in Florida with all those Ford J-Car red lines and that rainbow that he had put up there. That was really cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing a mix of everything on the page, whether it's reds, black walls, new stuff, somewhat new stuff, because it just kind of shows the diversity of the group. I mean, I posted a Fandango. Woo!
I know. You're welcome.
Yes, very much so. Because that's another rabbit hole I've been going down, and this is one I didn't even know about. So, yay for me.
But yeah, like I've been going through stuff, and I found this the other day. This is a hammered red line. It's called the Hood. I mean, it's rough, and it's got broken pieces on the front. It's missing a headlight. I don't know when or where I acquired this car, but I like it. I had a conversation with a buddy of mine, and I ended up messing up, and we were busy running around, and I forgot to partake in something at Nationals, so I'm gonna have to try to do it again this time. But he's a huge redline guy, and I was talking to him before we left for Charlotte that I wanted to learn more about cars in the redline era. This one in particular. He's like, well, what do you want to get in your collection? And one of them I said was the Hood, and just to have a example of some red lines in my collection, because I don't have a lot of reds. So to find this one in a random box, this made me happy. So I have another red to my collection, even though it's probably worth more in parts than in a collector standpoint. But I like it. It kind of rolls. It rolls better than the GMC dinner though, so we're doing good.
It rolls better than that thing.
Yes. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been selling a few things out of my private collection, mostly to Kent, because I keep finding cars that I know he collects, and they're valuable, but I'm not putting full on eBay prices on anything, and he's gotten some gimmies, and but that's what we like to do. I could charge him $1 for it, but we both know that we draw a line kind of somewhere when we do what we do. I mean, you can help out your friends with stuff in the stores. That's not a problem. Dollar all day long. I have friends that look out for me. I look out for friends. We hope everyone tries to do the same. When it comes to the stuff that's out in the stores now, it's easy to find. It's everywhere. You can go to 15 stores and see the same car. But the stuff that I'm digging out of my private collection that is going back 17 years, there's pretty much only two places you're going to find those cars, and that's either going to be at a show or on the internet. And so, I've been helping him out, and I had a couple friends over last night, and one of them spent some time digging through a couple of boxes, and he didn't necessarily start a pile, but I think he kind of was remembering where stuff was. So, Corey Spencer, an old friend, told me once, I started collecting. Buy one red line per show that you attend. In time, you will have a nice collection. That's a good. I like that.
See, and Adam, I think it was Adam that was telling me, is like when you go at least to buy red lines. I don't know how true this goes through the rest of the eras, but when you go to buy reds, buy the best car that is available, the prettiest, nicest, best paint, best wheels, best glass, because then that way you're ensuring or guaranteeing as best you can that you'll get the most out of your investment, because that's what you're doing when you're buying reds. You're investing. And I think the black balls will probably be that way. Maybe not to the same degree, but you never know.
Yeah. And the neat thing about it is, like, I can start with this one here that's beat up and hammered, and I can find one that's in a little bit better condition. And then I can sell this one to recoup some of the money from the next one. And then say I find another one, I buy that one, then I sell that one, and it kind of gives me more money back. And I could do that. But like I said, I'm not a huge redline guy, but I do like them. I like the Spectre frame paint that's on them. I like the wheels. I like how they're cool cars. Now, am I going to jump down the redline rabbit hole? Probably not. Even though I have several people that are saying I'm going to someday. But I think there's too many cars in between those years that I need to find first. So,
and again, just a reminder, we do have this going on in the auction right now. It's on a pin post at the top of our page. The current bid is to Derek Nice at 200. And what this is for, this is our newsletter exclusive chapter meeting car
from Charlotte.
From Charlotte. We got this for attending the chapter meeting, and we were told to to use it to raise money for our club. And this is how we chose to do it. It's a reply auction on our page. It'll be given, or it'll be finished Saturday night, the 4th, I think it's 7:00 Central Standard Time.
I believe so.
If the winner, you do not have to be present to win. Don't worry about shipping if that's your case.
But if you do show up at Elmwood, it will be there. So
yes, it will be. Yes, I agree. Original red lines are great to collect. Original Real Riders, excuse me, are great to collect.
Mm-hmm. I have several of those too. I've got a really nice example behind me, but it's again, it's in the blurry case. There's cars behind me, but you can't actually make out what any of them are, is what I've been told. So
No, it's pretty hard. I have the same problem. They're just too
yeah,
far away.
yeah.
So again, we're going to take any questions you guys have tonight. We just haven't we haven't really had too many. So I want to
No,
think everybody's happy and hunky dory, and you know. Also, I'll make one more plug for this too, because not everybody was in here. Again, we have the sign with the designers that were in Charlotte from Mattel: Mike, Chris, Brendan, Brian Pope, Julian, Matt Cabe, um,
Chris Walker,
Brendan, Chris Walker, Chris Stangler,
Scott Pope,
you know, and Brian Pope.
or Brian Pope. I always do that.
I know. And
I
then
always
the little
do that.
decoration on the back there. This will be in Elmwood. You have to, in order to get this, you have to be in Elmwood to
Yeah.
get that. So, and again, we'll have some few other giveaways along the year as we continue to try to give back to everybody who's done so much for us by attending shows or buying club cards or just hanging out with us.
Mhm.
Okay. What else we got? I've shamefully
don't-
plugged everything else.
I don't know. I'm running out of ideas here.
Well, you know, that article that you shared was pretty cool.
Yes, it was. I was thinking about that earlier and then I forgot. But yeah, that neat little article. And the funny thing is they give you a checklist in that article, which I loved. But it's kind of, you really got to go there, don't you? You know, that's the one one of the ones I don't have. Fine, I'll go here. I got the Hall of Flame. Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, but you have one that I don't, that I want.
True. But yeah, the neat thing about that little checklist is that it lists all the pink party cars, as that's what we call them, because that's what I've always known them to be, was pink parties. And it lists the ones that were the convention ones and the ones that were nationals. Now, at the very top of that list on the right-hand side of the page, there's a 70 van. It's not pink, it's black. And it was the very first one. The first RLC party car was a black with flames van. And if I remember correctly, it's this super van. Am I not correct on that one?
Yeah, it's
Or
just
no?
a super fan.
Yeah. So I mean, this was
van.
the 70s van. But you know, it was the first one that was ever done, and it's black. And I always thought that one was kind of funny, and a lot of people don't know that one is a party car. And they actually don't even say that they're party cars. They just have Hot Wheels Redline Club.
Exclusive.
Yeah, and then they have this one is. This was Garden Grove, California in 2012 is where this one came from. And it actually has the convention logo there on the back. So
I like how they talked about the start of the show, of how they came about and why they were done. So that was cool too.
Yeah, it was a really good article. And and I found that it was posted to the All Iowa Club. So I was going to borrow it off of their page, but they didn't have it shareable. So then I went to Orange Track Diecast, and that's where I shared it from. So, and since I've noticed several other pages that have posted as well, just to kind of do the educational purposes for everyone. That's the one thing about this hobby I can tell you to do is do all the research you can, get all the knowledge you can, because my friend that is helping me, she has been teaching me things. And yesterday she taught me 2 things about Hot Wheels that I didn't know. So there's still knowledge to be learned. So it's kind of neat because let's see, do I have a main line in front of me?
So what was it that you learned?
Well, I'm trying. Here we go. These little numbers on the hang tags here. They actually
aren't they the case codes?
No, well, that's what everybody. One of the letters is the case code. Yes. Well, maybe not on this one because that's not a. Let me get an actual main line here. There we go. There's an actual main line. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we know that this is the, well, what case would you consider this?
I
Can you
would
read it?
say that's P case.
Okay. The GHF15 at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
N27. She says it matches in the database that it belongs to this casting.
So that's the
And
casting code.
yes. And then I can't remember what the DH was, or the D9 CO. But yeah, so the casting codes are on here. So if you find like cars, they'll have the same numbers on the back, and then some of them will have the same numbers that are stamped in it. Like this has an N27 stamped in it, and then I thought there's a corresponding number with those too.
That the N27 stands for like when it was produced, what time of the year it was produced.
Yeah. And I think that's what I think.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, there was that, and then there was, she called them card errors, but we'll get into that next week. But because I've been finding some in my private collection that I didn't know I even had. So, but they have it's the same car, but it's got different card art on it. So, we're going to be talking card art here next week. So, I've been pulling things out of my collection to set off to the side. That is a really pretty prelude. I don't think I ever opened one of those.
I opened all of them. They're cool.
Shocker there.
I know.
Excuse me. I know that there's a new, who posted? I can't remember. I think it was somebody posted that. There's a new 6-pack coming out. Yeah, the new 6-pack box set, like the exotic one that just came out. That one's coming out soon or later. Don't know when. There's a Mercedes in there, so you know your boy is in. Let's see. What else can we talk about? I'm running out of.
The 84 SVO Super, there were pictures of that started to show up online.
This is true. Yeah.
It looked nice. It looked very, very nice. I like the color on it. It had the 5-spoke Kragers on it, and it looked good.
It looked better than when they did it the last time.
Yeah. Well, was that the 92 from the last time?
Yes. And there's all sorts of people hanging out on the YouTube channel.
Nice. I haven't even popped anybody over there yet. So yeah, we'll take your comments and questions, and it doesn't matter where you're coming from.
No. Does not matter at all. If you have a topic you want to talk about, please say something. Let us know. Because we're here for you. I'm going to need some caffeine here.
Yeah. So the other portion of this is that, let me get over here, is that and of course we do have more t-shirts in the larger sizes along with the hoodies. We'll have those as well. I don't know. This might be a short night.
It might be. Maybe everybody's busy.
That's quite possible. I know there's a couple auctions going on.
Oh, yeah. There's always an auction going on. It doesn't matter.
Here we go. We got a good question here.
That's a very, 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 very good question, Mr. Aaron Blum. Gas prices going to affect our collecting? I say yes.
Yeah.
Because if you had, hold on, I got a thought that's running here pretty quick. If you think about it, what's going to be more important at the time? Buying a Hot Wheel or you having enough fuel to get to your job to make money to pay your rent? And I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. And as most of you know, I'm currently in between jobs. So if I don't have to go anywhere, my truck pretty much stays put. But I have to believe that the gas prices are going to majorly affect the collecting hobby. And there's rumors that it's going to be $7, $8, $9 a gallon before the end of summer. And that's going to put a lot of people in problems. Not just the collecting world, but you're going to have people that are going to start to have to choose between, eating and getting enough money to go to work to pay the rent. I mean, it's going to get really bad. So I'm hoping that there's some relief in sight. And that was my thought on that. What were you going to say?
I would say, it's definitely going to affect, I think, shows more
Mm-hmm.
so than anything. You may not get people, they'll start questioning whether they want to travel for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think the smaller shows, the smaller table size shows, the more local shows, I think they'll actually get better.
Mm-hmm.
The hardcore guys are going to be the hardcore guys. They're going to go no matter what. Something else that we've been saying for a while is carpool. I
Mm-hmm.
think that will actually become a reality.
Yeah.
But also to kind of speak to your point about choosing between food or Hot Wheels and rent, I'll tell you right now, there will be people who choose Hot Wheels, which is kind of scary, but yet I think that's going to be something else to think about. Okay, moving on to the next one. It would be kind of nice to get a tour of people's collections. Yes, I agree with that. Brian, if you want to participate in that, we can make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
But understand that some people may not want to do that because they don't want their collections to be filmed. They don't want people to know what they have because you are giving up the location, and there are some very bad people out on this planet that do bad things. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, you can see I've got stuff behind me, but you can't really see what's in there. This is a temporary setup. This was never meant to be a permanent display. It's my show location. I'm in my basement. There's concrete walls and storage around me. My actual collection. I can give a mini little tour here because I can show you a little bit what I'm working with here. This is my future home. And these are all my brand new display cases that have been built. They're not up on the walls yet. But I have a few cars just up in the test mode, but you can't even see what they are from here. But if you zoom way in, you can kind of see what's there. And there's nothing crazy special. There's some with sentimental. There's some that are just brand new. But yeah, this is just the beginning, and it's not done yet. So that's kind of where that's at. But there's more that are there's a lot more that's gonna come. So in the future.
Again, I'm definitely all in favor of showing off some collections, or if somebody wants to participate in that, you all are free to do that of your own too. It doesn't always have, if you want to take some pictures or shoot a live video or just shoot a video and upload it to the channel or to our to the page, to the Facebook page, we're more than happy to do that. Great question there, Brian.
So the next, unless you got anything else on that one,
nope,
that's the next question. How do you price out your own collection? And I'm currently working on that right now. And the easiest way I can tell you, go to eBay, type in the car, go to the sold listings, and they're all over the place. Some people will pay $1 for a car. Some people will pay $1 for a car and it has $15 shipping or $5 shipping. Some will be paying $6 for the car with free shipping. Some people will pay $5 for one car, and 2 days later somebody paid $25 for the same car. So it's all over the place. I always include shipping prices. I always try to eliminate the overseas ones, from the United Kingdom, Malaysia, stuff like that. I try to eliminate those shippings because they're normally $30 to $40 shipping. So I always try to stick to the United States shipping prices for kind of a gauge. And then, say if one is 10, one's 15, one's 20, put it in the middle at $15, put it on the table if you're going to sell it, or write it down on your sheet and then put it in your safe or in your computer, so that way you know how or what you've got.
Okay. Next question we had was if the Dollar General's got any cars in stock yet. I've been reading on Reddit that there hasn't been much of that. I haven't even gone out and looked at ours. We have 4 locations here in town now, but I feel like they haven't gotten those out. And the best way, if you're wanting to get the card backs for the mail-in, is to do either A, buy the whole case. That way you get your exclusives and you get enough to have your 20 card backs and do it that way, or just wait for the mail-in to pop up on eBay. But
Which
yeah,
is
it seems
another way to get them.
Seems a little slow that they're getting there.
Yeah, and I've been talking with a few people, and no one has seen them yet. So I really wish that they would put like a link up so you could just buy it, like you can for GameStop or for Kroger. I really wish they'd just put up a link and you could buy a case. It would make things a lot easier. Ooh, Nick's got a long one. It may also affect people's thought processes and how much they're willing to pay for a car because of what they would pay in gas to hunt it down. This is very true. That's a very good point.
So again, this is where something else that we've said multiple times and really like to preach is haggle. You know, as long as people are willing to haggle and as long as people are willing to be open-minded, you never know what you can do as far as getting a car at a certain price. Hunting together, actually, hunting with friends, networking. I find 3 cars, Brent finds 3 cars. They're dollars each. We trade. No extra money, I should say, is lost or gained. And that's the other thing. Some people just aren't ready to display theirs yet. That's another good point.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff's not wrong. Like right now, I would love to show you everything that's in my collection, but they're in boxes, and there's a few boxes, but I can't. I don't have everything done in the other room yet. And even once that room is done and all those cases are filled and everything is done in that room, there's still going to be cars that are not up on display. And I'm kind of as we've been inventorying my collection, I have been pulling things out of my collection and putting them in my sale box. I know that I opened one box and I found 5 treasure hunts of the exact same car. 3 of them went into the sale box because I don't need 5 of them. And somebody may need that one, so I'm going to put $2 on it and move it down the line to somebody else. It gets me my money back and a little extra. I mean, sure, they're selling for $5 to $10 on eBay, but I don't need to. You don't always need to make as much as you can on everything. If you can make even a small profit, it's still a profit. Let's see what else we got. Stacy, what's going on, Betty? How you doing today?
He said trade was great.
Yeah, trading is a good way to get cars also.
Jane makes a great point here as well.
Sometimes the mail-in can be cheaper if you go to eBay. And I will agree with him. And sometimes you can go to shows and people will have that car for $20-$30
or less.
Or less. So yeah, and you don't always have to buy the first one you see, but sometimes that's a good thing. If you see something that's is going to be a harder car to find, and you can afford it, buy it when you can. You don't want a 55 gasser story, but like these things, these Legends Tour cars. When we were in Charlotte, they were asking what $150 for these things.
Yeah.
And then a month later, I got one here and there's one behind me. I got 2 of them. I could rip it tonight and not even care. And I paid For 2 of them, I got $70 in them. That wouldn't have bought you one when they first came out. So there's always that, as long as you don't have to be the first guy, to have them, then you can save yourself some money. So
It would
that's
have
what
bought you
another one.
about a half of one in Charlotte.
Yeah. Yep. That's always definitely good thing. But yeah, trading.
Cut it this way or that way.
Yeah, I mean, trading is a really, if you're good at trading cars, we all know a guy, his name's Brian. He's really good at trading cars to the point where, when we were in Atlanta, he started with a $40 car and he traded that thing up to ungodly amounts of cars. And so you can do it if you can trade and you're willing to. You've got a good talk game, and you can trade as long as you can always gain a little bit every time. You can trade all day long. You could start with a duck and end up with a candy striper if you did it right. Corey Spencer, why collect something you can't display? Yes, my collection's all boxed up right now. When the basement gets redone. Dang right, they're coming back out. No, I agree with you, Corey. That's why I'm doing the work I'm doing to get my collection up. But for the why collect if you can't display it, my theory behind that is we all don't have Powerball winning lottery tickets in our back pocket. I'm never going to be able to own, just because I haven't had it in my hand, a Monte Carlo lowrider. I'm never going to be able to own a lowrider in my life, most likely. And even if I do, cool. But I'm not going to be able to own. Here we go. A good example. I'm not going to be able to own a Bugatti, but you know what? I get to look at it because I appreciate the cars. We are car people. We are car girls and car guys, and we love the automotive history, and we like cars, and they're fun to look at. They're fun to play with. Put them on the racetrack, enjoy them. Just unfortunately, not everybody can afford or have enough space to put everything out. But I still say, collect what you want. Don't, it's everybody's. I don't know how to say this.
Collect what you like what you collect.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. My theory is enjoy it. So driving to Wisconsin to see your friends and go hunting is still spending. It's still spending. Well, yeah, it's definitely spending. Driving to Sioux Falls,
Anywhere.
to Des Moines, to Lincoln. I mean, in the area we live in, we drive.
It's a reality. It's a fact we have to face.
Yeah. We're also spread out that, it's crazy sometimes when you think about it. Our buddies on the East Coast, they drive a lot shorter distance, but or it's the same amount of time, but it's a lot shorter distance, so they don't think about it or something. I can't remember how they explained it to me one time. But
yeah, that's pretty much it. They go 25 miles and it may take them 50 minutes to get there because there is so much more traffic. But we got to spend 2 hours to go 100 miles, and what do we do in that time? We talk to each other. We get into conversations about things we saw, things we did. What do you want to do? I mean, and we're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the group that you talk to that's different.
Yep. I personally like to crank the stereo and rock out as I drive, and that's one of the perks about running solo. Sometimes is you get to be the DJ and the driver. So
I like to ride in hills and lose phone calls in the middle of the hills.
Yes, you do. One of the perks of living in the middle of nowhere. Hey, we're in. I lose calls backing out of my driveway. So it's one of those things. It's just the areas we live in that. I think it's fun. You look at that T-Mobile map, and the only place they don't have service, Nebraska. So
that T-Mobile map is offensive.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, I think that's all we've got for tonight. I mean, I haven't seen anything else new
No,
or
I,
anything
I,
like
I like the
that.
feedback though. It's been fun.
Some great questions at the end.
Yeah. We got Mason City coming up on the 4th on Saturday. We have the Mid-State Show on the 5th in uh,
Elmwood.
Elmwood. I keep wanting to say Ashland.
I know.
Elmwood. And then the next show, I believe, is going to be the 8th, 9th, and 10th up in Sioux City, Mr. Aaron's show, Midwest Diecast Convention. I know there's still tables available. So message them at the MidwestDiecastConvention.com and get your tables set up. It's going to be a great weekend. Oh, I have been in Wilkesboro for almost 2 weeks, still using GPS every day,
Yeah.
going to work. It's congested out here. Miss the open plains. I hear you, man. Yeah, I have been in everywhere from Atlanta to Pennsylvania to New Jersey to Dallas, all over the place for work. And yeah, every time I come home, I'm just like, oh, this is so much easier. And then somebody gets in your way and you yell at them. So, but I think we should rip some stuff open.
Not this.
No,
Just one last
can't
plug
rip
for the car. It's available on the page. You can just go there and if you'd like to bid, make Derek cry. He's in the lead right now. And we do have our sign with our designers on there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool little sticker on the back.
Yep.
So let's get into it. Let's rip some cars.
All right. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first because I think I went last week.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I got this one. It's number 1079 of 4000. It's the finale, I believe. Yep, finale 66 Dodge A100 from the Chicago Nationals Convention. It's got all the cities along Route 66 from Chicago to LA. And we're going to rip that thing open. See, card. Ooh.
Yeah, you can't read it.
Yeah. I thought I had two of these, and I realized I didn't. I don't know how. I always buy two when I go.
Probably sold it and forgot about it.
Wow. You know me, I'm old.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. 66 A100. It'll go with the rest of my convention cars, which are kind of amazingly laying out over here.
Nice.
All right, sir.
I'm going to start. I got two tonight because I want to rip this one up because I want to see what's on the other side of it. So I'm going to rip open the Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. Cool combi. Because I want to know what's on the other side. So.
There better be something else different.
Aha, there is. So you have Jack and Zero. And then you have Sally and the Professor. Awesome. Yeah. That's cool. I'm a big Nightmare Before Christmas fan. I like anything all Halloween, and I really actually like the yellow, the white wheels. It kind of fits. It works good for that casting. I like that one. All right, and then I'm going to step it up just a hair. We're going to go to the Johnny Lightning. It's kind of a repeat from last week on the show. We have a 1979 Malibu. This one is in the dark brown poly, which is kind of the color of my car. Mine's more the brown poly. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and get this puppy out here. A little Johnny Lightning action here. And this one will go in the case behind me because I have a kind of a large Malibu collection. Come on. Oh, the hood doesn't want to pop open on this one. There we go. Little step. Oh, and then I hit it with my finger and closed it. There we go. Boom. So now we got a Malibu. Ooh, and it's got wheels like it's got convention dinner car wheels. No, it's all right. But yeah, there we go. So we got the Chevelle and a combi. But yeah, that's pretty. I like that one.
All right. Well, there we go. And you'll see next week we're going to do show on variations and our Elmwood preview. Thanks again for everyone for popping in, hanging out with us. We'll see you next week. And if you got any ideas for the show,
or you want to be on the show,
yeah, we'll
let us
definitely
know.
have you on.
Well, we do not discriminate. Everyone is welcome. So
That's
with
all
that,
we got.
Have a good night. Happy hunting. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Good night.